Yeah, man. And then they was telling me that like we was about to lose to the Saints. That's what I heard all week. And then we just came out and beat them. So now, it's just they crashing out. That's what I told them. They crashing out online. Everybody and their mama online mad and complaining. They talking all this trash about the city being down and Cam Jordan over here moping around with his head. Went home with his tail tucked between his legs, man. But I gotta go. I'm gonna call you back later. All right. What up? What up? What up? This is what y'all been waiting for, right? This is what y'all been waiting for, right? Huh? This is what y'all been waiting for. This is what y'all been waiting for, right? This is what y'all been waiting for, right? The captain's hat is out. I got the shades on. I got the blue champagne out tonight. What we talking about? What we talking about? This is what y'all want. This is what y'all came for, right? This is what y'all came for. This is what y'all came for, man. This is what y'all came for, right? A Panthers victory today at home, finally protecting the bank. Finally protecting the bank. Finally protecting the bank. The Panthers got it done, man. The Panthers got it done. Got it done at home. They beat the Saints 23. What was the score? I don't even remember the score. What was the score? 23-21. 23-22 at home. We're going to talk about it today, but today is a celebration. Y'all know how we get down on the victory live streams. They don't happen that often, so I know a lot of y'all that are new here. I appreciate y'all. Listen, if you came here for my regular videos, this ain't going to be like that. We're going to break it down, obviously, but this is way more interactive. This is not just me talking to a camera. This is us celebrating together. We interacting, we commenting, we celebrating and talking about the good things that happened today. We getting a lot of drink on today. Y'all know how we do. The blue champagne for the victory, dog. The blue champagne for the victory, dog. GTD got the dub, dog. Y'all know how we do. Got the dub, dog. Yes, sir. Let me get into these comments, though. I appreciate y'all. Give it up for yourselves. Let me reset, though. If you're new here, like I said, you probably came from my video. A lot of y'all showed up for my Jalen Coker video. I really appreciate y'all checking out and that support. That video went nuclear. So shout out to everybody that watched that video. But I'm a Panthers content creator. I'm going to start doing some more draft content, too, as well. But my name is Aaron Duncan. Recap and analysis of the Panthers is what we do on this channel. So if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up as well because we have 132 people watching right now. And we got 29 likes. So we got to get that ratio up because that engagement helps me grow. The more we grow, the more we can do more. I guess, I don't know. We all grow together as a community, and this channel continues to build on where we're at. But I appreciate y'all. Let me get into this chat. J47, what up, though? If you're new to the channel, come by the channel. Drop a what up, though, in the chat. I'm gonna shout you out. Alvera, what up, though? Andre, what up, though? You know I'm getting the captain's hat. You know I'm getting the captain's hat. Stream Bean Poppy, what up, though? Jamel, what up, though? What up, though? Joshua Shelton, what up, though? Kevin, Victory, what up, though? Say we're having Friendsgiving on the 16th. Roll through and get a plate. Hey man, I'm gonna be I'm not gonna be around, bro. I got some traveling I'm doing for the holidays and stuff, man. I appreciate that. Send me a plate. Send me a turkey leg in the mail, bro. I like it smoked. Or turkey neck, whatever you fancy. I'm from the South. I like my turkey meat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that invite though, man. Yeah, it's all love, bro. It's all love. What else we got? I'm squinting right now because I ain't got my real glasses on. So bear with me. Kellen, what up, though? Joe Clay said, pour one out for the Saints. They won't be missed. Mr. Luke Cage, what up, though? Said, please talk about Canales. He needs a real OC so he can stop with his play calling shenanigans. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about it. But we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna talk about the positives before we get to my issues with what happened today. But today is a celebration, man. We need the good vibes first before we get in too deep. Antonio, what up, though? Nicole, what up, though? My boy Glenn in the building, what up, though? B Dukes, what's good, brother? Whatever hitting the agenda has against Bryce, let it go now. Glenn, what up, though? Brady, what up, though? Timothy Peck, what up, though? Say, glad we beat the Aints, but it don't mean shit. It means something today, right now. We'll talk about the rest later. Xavier Kelly said, dunk. What up, though, brother? Yeah, please hit that like button. Hit that like button. RK, what up, though? First live stream. Keep it the good work, Dump. Hey, man, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Glad you could join for the live. WizBiz, what up, though? Said the Saints marched in and marched out with an L. This is your captain speaking. You guys know I got to get that speech. It's coming. It's coming. Millie, what up, though? My boy Kelvin, what's good, bro? What's up? Had to blow some of the dust off that bottom. Exactly, bro. Exactly. 6 was good. So y'all enjoying seeing the Saints crash out. Nobody, bro, come on, man. Come on with the negativity, bro. Nobody acted like that. We're well aware. We've been on here for multiple live streams knowing that we're not going to the playoffs. Let us have this one. Let's have this one, okay? Let's have this one. Shout out to my guy Christian Patrick. Say hit that like button and subscribe. I appreciate that support. Let them people know, man. Like and subscribe. It's cool over here. It's cool on this side, bro. It's fun on this side. Even though we don't always get the dubs, it's fun on this side. It's fun. Shout out to my guy Nick Tri-State. Said JC Horn, 0 targets, elite. They stayed away from that boy. Carr ain't want no smoke. He was talking all that trash down in New Orleans, but he ain't target that man once. He was talking all that trash in New Orleans, talking to JC, talking about he done scored 3 times on JC. Lying, first of all. Then he ain't even throw to him today. What's going on? What's going on? He said, tell everyone out there we back up. Miguel, what up, though? Curtis, what up, though? Daniel Wu, what up, though? LJ with the super chat. Said that Miles and Moore have a gun to Canales' head. Bro, we going to get into that, bro, but like, oh my gosh, Dave, bro, what are we doing? Some of the calls and decisions, bro, oh my gosh. Like, we're going to talk about it. I appreciate that super chat, brother. Michael Rayner, what up, though? Rockstar, what up, though? Charles, what up, though? Ernest, what's good? Super chat, appreciate you. Said even Panthers and Saints players and fans going at it, bro. It's up. Joe Johnson, what up, though? ISO Joe, what up, though? Yeah, bro. It's JC going at Cameron Jordan on Twitter. I like it, bro. Bring real hate back. Bring rivalries and real hate back. I know we haven't won much, so we can't have many rivals, but it's too much buddy in the NFL. There can be obviously not nothing more than that. Obviously, it's going to stay on the field, but bring real hate back. We don't have enough hate in the NFL anymore. Too much buddy. Too much buddy out there, man. Bring real hate back. Bring real rivalries back. Appreciate Christian on the super chat. Good dub, but at the same time, they had to give Coker more PT. He was pissing me off for real. He might be our best receiver right now. We're gonna talk about that, bro. The rotation, the personnel packages, bro. The play calling, all are question marks that we're gonna talk about today, man. Let me finish getting into this chat real quick though. But I appreciate all the support. Alan, what up, though? QJ, what up, though? That Saints Pat hitting strong. Enrique, what up, though? Morgan, what's good, brother? What up, though? Michael Rayner, what up, though? Curtis, what up, though? It means everything. Stephen Moore, what up, though? All right. Be Young slinging it, smoking good tonight. Yes, sir. Pimpernel trying to rain on everybody parade. Boo this man. He trying to rain on our parade. Boo this man. Boo this man. Michael Rayner, what up, though? Knucklehead K, what up, though? Said Brooks back for Germany. We're going to talk about that, too. Ron the GOAT, what up, though? Shout out to my guy Kelvin on Super Chat. I got to get through this. Not us believing about the Panthers have playoff hopes. The Saints left Charlotte in utter turmoil. Marco Thomas wasn't helping either. Bro, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. But let's talk about it because the Panthers beat the Saints. And if you weren't paying attention or on Twitter like I am, bro, Michael Thomas, the former Saint, is currently a free agent, was crashing out. The fallout. The only funny thing about being the worst team in the league, like the Panthers are, when you actually beat a team, because we be competitive sometimes. I talked about that delusion last week where we be like playing tough and playing hard early. But the thing about being the worst team in the league, when you beat a team, actually, it burns their whole franchise to smithereens, bro. Like Trail of Tears. Like I'm talking like Sherman's march through Atlanta, burning stuff down, leaving a trail of fire and ash behind you, bro. The Saints are crashing out. Alert, the Saints are crashing out. Michael Thomas, bro, he was on Twitter crashing. Bro, look at this. He was talking about Derek Carr because earlier in the game, Derek Carr threw a hospital ball and got Chris Olave knocked out of the game. Michael Thomas tweeted. He had a lot of tweets. He said, one, dude tried to lie and say I was jealous of them, making Chris Olave wide receiver one whole time. He can't even get him a decent ball. He did his whoop. This brother said that they was trying. Did Derek Carr really say that? He said that Chris Olave, he was jealous of Chris Olave. He said he's like, bro. He thought he said he was jealous. He said that, bro. This dude was on Twitter letting the chopper sing. He was letting the chopper sing, bro. Full clips. Look at this. Said dude scary and panic and just throw the ball. Get him the F out of here. He is so trash. Bro, letting the chopper sing, bro. That after Olave got knocked out of the game earlier in the game, Michael Thomas, a fuse slipped. He blew a head gasket, bro. These are 5 tweets. These are 5 tweets right now. 5. And he said it, Derek Carr, I told you. I've been told y'all Ish is sad. It's my tear face emoji, middle finger emoji. Derek Carr for you. I've been told y'all Ish sad. Crying emoji, middle finger emoji. Hey man. They crashing out, bro. Look at this. Said they fired all them coaches trying to cover his flaws up and still doing the same ish. They did get rid of all them coaches last year. What, Carmichael? Carmichael was garbage anyway, but Kubiak is probably better. They got rid of Carmichael. I think Carmichael's up in Denver now with the Broncos or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But but he ain't wrong, bro. He's not wrong. If he was, I don't even like Michael Thomas. He's one of my least favorite Saints of all time, probably number 2 behind Cam Jordan. But he's spitting. He is spitting. And last but not least, he said that year his buddy went first team All-Pro in 2022. He needed 180 targets just to catch 100 passes. He is trash on my granny. He put it on me, ma. He put it on granny. He put it on Miss Gladys. I put that on Miss Gladys, bro. Michael Thomas put it on Miss Gladys, saying that it took 180 targets for him to catch 100 passes. 2022. Is he talking about Devontae? He talking about Devontae Adams. He talking about Devontae Adams, bro. Say he had to target him 180 times to get 100. Bro. Bro, this is crazy. I'm living for this misery. I'm living for this misery, bro. But wait, there's more. There's more after the game. After the game, bro. Cam Jordan got on Twitter Talking about some, we just lost to the Panthers. I love y'all, New Orleans, truly, but had higher expectations and best of hopes for us. Y'all deserve it. No, y'all don't. I'm going to stop you right there, brother. No, y'all don't deserve it. Y'all getting exactly what y'all deserve. All that crying to the NFL, y'all made pass interference reviewable just because y'all was crying about that L to the Rams. The Minneapolis Miracle, y'all deserve that too. Y'all getting exactly what y'all deserve. Now we just waiting on Sean Payton to get his karma too. I'm mad he left y'all. I'm mad Sean Payton not there to take this misery with y'all. But y'all getting exactly what y'all deserve. And shame on Sean Payton for running from the smoke. He left y'all with a retread coach that we knew was trash. Brother, the Panthers have had multiple. I'm going to come back to that because Dennis Allen says he's hurting right now. I'm hurting for our city. Hurting for the city for what? Hurting for what? Brother, you would have thought a hurricane hit the New Orleans area the way they talking. I'm hurting for the city. You deserve better. I love you guys, New Orleans. Brother, it is week 9. And y'all only had 2 wins too. Y'all acting like y'all the Kansas City Chiefs. They on here acting like they the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. They acted like they the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. They was just 2-0 like a month and some change ago. They smoked us, thought they was doing big things. Smoked the Cowboys, who ain't good either, thought they was doing big things. And then reality struck. Dennis Allen talking about, I'm hurting for our city. What you mean hurting for the city? What you would have thought, bro, this is not a hurricane hitting the area. This is crazy. 7 losses in a row. Dennis Allen, I'm hurting right now. I'm hurting for our city. My brother in Christ. The funny thing about Dennis Allen, bro, the Panthers have had, 3 coaches in the past 3 seasons, but Dennis Allen somehow, some way has still been the worst coach in the division. How? The Panthers, bro, he's retained his title for the worst coach in the division for years. We've had 3 of them. We went through 3 different coaches in the past few years. And Dennis Allen is still the worst. I'm hurting for our city right now. I'm hurting. Brother, what you mean? What you mean hurting? Get out of here, man. These dudes killing me, bro. They crashing out, dog. They crashing out. When you are garbage like this, bro, this is funny. When our team not being good, this is funny. This is funny, bro. This is funny. Let's go ahead and open it up, though, man. I got to open it up. Because, look, we going to toast to these Saints tears. We toasting to these Saints tears. It's a beautiful day when you beat a division rival at home, especially when it's my least favorite franchise in the NFL. Everything is going good right now. They crashing out online. I don't care what the Panthers circumstances is. I'm going to celebrate. This is y'all Super Bowl. Why are y'all acting like we going to the playoffs? This is y'all Super Bowl. I don't give a damn. I don't. This is what we do. We enjoy the good times because they damn sure don't last. As a Panthers fan, we enjoy the good times, right? We enjoy them. We enjoy the good times. That's a hell of a pop. We enjoy these good times. Y'all pour up whatever drink y'all got. I'm drinking the blue champagne. I don't know about y'all. It's Bel Air this way. It's Bel Air this way. Toast to y'all. It look green on screen to me. It look green, but it's blue. Tastes like victory. All right. So now that the shenanigans out the way, let's talk about this game. Let's talk about this game because a lot of stuff happened, bro. A lot of stuff happened. Let's get into the box score. So, Panthers won 23-22. Derek Carr. Look at these yarders, though, man. I didn't put my glasses on because y'all know I'm blind. I gotta put my glasses on. Y'all know I'm blind. I got that. It's the stigmatism. So just my eyeballs are shaped weird. So light hit it all. You know, y'all know the science behind it. I got astigmatism. Where my glasses at? I can't find them. I can't find them. I just put my clear shades on. So Derek Carr, 18 for 31, 236 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 sack. Solid numbers. Alvin freaking Kamara went berserk. Went berserk. 29 carries, 155 yards, 5.3 per carry. You knew coming into the game, they did not have many receivers, but as soon as Olave went down, you knew what type of game it was going to be. A steady dose of Alvin Kamara, and exactly what it was. They went off. Look at these numbers. Over almost 200 yards rushing. The Panthers could not stop the run game all day. All day. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't stop it all day. And you knew it had to be coming, bro. I was like, bro, why we can't wrap up? Why? But I have to say, they got stops when it mattered. The defense stepped up. But we're going to talk a little bit about that more. Let's keep it going on the box score. Bryce Young, 16 for 26, 171, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Only was sacked once. Chuba Hubbard, 15 carries, 72 yards, 4.8 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. Miles Sanders, 2 carries, -5 yards. This franchise, this coaching staff's obsession with Miles Sanders needs to be studied. And I told y'all, I was here for a Miles Sanders breakout year, but that's not going to happen. Why do we keep Miles' first 3 touches all went for negative yards, yet we continue to make him the permanent third down running back? And I understand he's a better route runner. He probably catches the ball a little bit more natural out of the backfield than Chuba Hubbard. But at the same time, bro, if all his touches are going for negative yards, why? Why? And then they turn around and put him on kickoff. This obsession is crazy. This obsession with Miles Sanders is crazy. Like, are we going to have to trade Miles Sanders just to take him out of the equation so Dave Canales doesn't call a Miles Sanders third down screen? Like, his obsession with giving the ball to Miles Sanders on screens on third down is ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. It is. Like, take the L on the Miles Sanders situation. I'm sorry. Take the L. We got Jonathan Brooks coming back. Take the L on the Miles Sanders situation. Take the L. Because it's just not productive, bro. It's not productive. It's not productive. But let's get to the receiving yards. Because the Saints, Alvin Kamara led them in rushing and receiving. They literally had no receivers. After Olave went out, they literally had no receivers. And prayers up for Olave. It sounds like he checked out of the hospital. He's good on the concussion. It's time to have that. It's time to have that conversation, bro. Olave, it's time to have that conversation, bro. This is back-to-back weeks where you didn't got your bell rung, bro. Like, you either got to take a little bit of time off. Put the what's it called on? Put the bumper on your helmet or hang it up. It's time to have that conversation, bro. It's time. And this is me as a fan of a rival fan base, bro. Like, you crashing out over Derek Carr hospital balls is crazy. That's why you see why Michael Thomas went off. Derek Carr almost got 2 different players knocked out of the game. Juwan Johnson caught one too. The experts chimed in and made him check out. hospital ball at the hospital ball. We over here flagging Xavier Woods, which was it was a stupid hit. But at the same time, when are we going to start holding these quarterbacks accountable for letting these receivers out to dry? They know the rules. They know that these guys aren't supposed to get hit, but they're willing to sacrifice their wide receivers for a 15-yard penalty. That's what it's clear and obvious to me what's going on. They know the rules. They're going to put the pressure on defenders to not do it, but defenders sometimes are going to take their shot and just live with it. They're going to live with the 15-yard penalty. But Derek Carr is hoping that people are going to just let them catch passes, run back there freely, and throw in hospital ball, literally threw a hospital ball. We call it a hospital ball, but like he really put Olave in the hospital. This is crazy. We have to start holding these quarterbacks accountable. We have to. We have to. Because that was nasty, bro. Nasty. He did it twice. Twice. But let's get to the Panthers receiving side. Jatavian Sanders led the team in receiving yards. Give it up, y'all. Look, man, I'm not gonna lie, brother. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. But I was a little bit cold on him. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't test well athletically at the combine, and some of the yak stuff we saw throughout the year, he did not look like the Texas JT. I don't know what he looked like. He looked like he couldn't make anybody miss. He didn't look athletic. It just sometimes was bad. He had some good garbage time catches against the Commanders and some yardage. But today, bro, today, we got the Jatavian Sanders special. Jatavian Sanders is looking like that day 3 draft pick steal that we thought he could be coming out. Some people had him as tight end 2. This guy put it all on display. The yards at the catch, catching the ball down the field, the 50-50 ball going up for it. This guy put the whole package on display. Bryce Young gave him a trust throw on a conversion that we needed. He went up and caught it on the sideline, over the defender's head, down the seam, stretching the field, catching a nice pass in the middle of the field, doing what he does, stretching the field with that speed that we thought he had. And then the dump off to the flats, that dude took it 40-something yards, hurdled the dude, just straight up hurdled Tyrann Mathieu. He said it in the post-game press conference. He called him out. He said, I know Tyrann Mathieu ain't like that. He said it. He said, I know Tyrann ain't like that. He going to go low. Tyrann not like that. He not going to hit me high. And what did he do? He jumped over him, landed on his feet, and kept it pushing. Protected the ball like an experienced player does and moved the chains. Jatavian Sanders, man, I'm not gonna lie. He did a lot for me today. Not to mention, he had the linebacker one-on-one on the game-winning drive. Bryce gave him a chance. He sold that pass interference. That's just as good as a catch. Because that would have put him over 100 yards. That would have put him over 100 yards had he was able to come up with that. So Jatavian Sanders breakout game, 4 catches, 87 yards. I love it. On 5 targets. I love it. Efficiency, yak, getting down the field. Jatavian Sanders is turning out to be one of those steals that we thought he was coming out. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. We got 320 people watching right now. I appreciate all the love that y'all are showing. Please subscribe down below. Hit the subscribe button, please. It helps me out. Growing this channel, trying to grow this channel even more with the community. And we have a good time when we win. Like I said, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up as well. I really appreciate all the support, man. Like I said, Panthers content. I'm doing some draft content as well. Gonna start dipping my toe in some NFL content. I'm excited. I'm excited. I will be going to Germany next week, so I'm gonna try to get a game day vlog. I'm trying to get a game day vlog and experience. So if you want to see that type of content, make sure you are subscribed with notifications. That way you don't miss anything. That way you don't miss anything. Because we rolling, people. We rolling, people. We rolling. It's always good to get wins. It's always good to get a victory. You know what I'm saying? We celebrating. James C, what up, though? Anthony Brown, what up, though? Trill went in the building, was good. Ken 88, what up, though? Tristan, what up, though? Much love. Much love. Much love. But let's talk about the young people, because I'm not going to lie. And it's early. It's week 9. But I'm here and I'm willing to fall on this floor and say this. I gotta give Dan Morgan his credit, bro. He definitely blew that Deontay trade. He's had his blunders in the trade spot. But in terms of what he's good at, what he was brought in for, scouting, it looks like he cooked. I'm not going to lie, bro. We got a contract guy. We may need to bring in the trade front office guy. Somebody to handle trades. Just to take it away from Dan. Because the job that it seems like they've done with the scouting, getting production and contributions from our rookies is something we haven't seen from the Panthers in forever. I mean, obviously, when we drafted high, we got like Luke and Cam getting impact, but like to get our picks, and we ain't even got Brooks back yet. That's the thing, bro. We getting plays, impact, and involvement from undrafted free agents. Day 3 picks are playing. We're getting these guys on the field. Xavier Legette just caught his 4th touchdown in 6 games. He's turning into a red zone weapon. In breaking routes, he's had some fades going up for passes. Xavier Legette is a problem in the red zone. He's looking like it. This Panthers draft class may be one of the best ones we've seen in a while. We needed one of these draft classes. Quiet as kept, this Panthers draft class is exactly what we needed and exactly what they needed. More of these will help turn this team around a lot quicker. But this Panthers draft class in 2024 is looking like something special. Xavier Legette, like I said, 4 touchdowns, 6 games, red zone weapon. His ability to come up with passes on 3rd down, a clutch 3rd down catch from Bryce early in the game. Our day 2 pick, round 3, Trevin Wallace, has 2 forced fumbles this season, making a lot of tackles. He's still learning, but you can see him out there hustling around, making a lot of tackles, a lot of production in terms of that. Our 4th round pick, Jatavian Sanders, had a career game today, 4 catches, 87 yards. Has not scored his first touchdown yet, but like I said, we saw the whole menu on display. The yak, the 50-50 going up and elevating, the dependable hands, going down the steam, stretching the field with speed. We saw the full package from him. And that's not even accounting the undrafted free agents, Damani Richardson, undrafted free agent getting his second start, leading the team in tackles for the 2nd week in a row. 12 total tackles, 8 solo, and a pass deflection for Damani Richardson. Just the accuracy on the tackling, not missing tackles, making stops. Yes, there may be plays given up, but getting there and making plays, putting the guy down on the field is an underrated thing, because we saw guys, I'm not going to call them by name, we saw other Panthers starting DBs miss tackles this year that sprung bigger plays. But we see Damani being able to tackle, hustling, getting to the ball, being able to tackle. Undrafted free agent. Another undrafted free agent, Jalen Coker. He had another solid game early on. They went away from him, but Jalen Coker is the steam, and the bandwagon is almost starting to get too heavy. The bandwagon is starting to get too heavy. We're going to need more horses to pull this carriage, because Jalen Coker, people see the potential. We saw the athleticism on display after the catch today. We saw a hell of a crossing route, him going up for it. I love the involvement. We look like we have a nice duo at wide receiver. And that's not even to mention Jonathan Brooks, who is expected to make his debut in Germany. You can insert Jonathan Brooks in as that 3rd down back instead of Miles Sanders. He can catch passes. He can run some routes. Let him get his feet wet. I think he has the highest ceiling out of anybody in this draft class. In my opinion, he's still young, not a lot of mileage. Just turned 21. I'm excited about this draft class, bro. That's what we need. The quicker you can get rookies on cheap contracts, outperform. The only way you can really get guys to outperform is one thing to go out in free agency and pay guys a bunch of money and get them to come and they play well. Shout out to Dan Morgan for doing that with the guards. But that's not sustainable because rarely do guys live up to their contracts when you pay them in free agency. The only way to get guys to outperform their contract is to draft rookies that outperform their rookie deals. Jalen Coker is making less than $1 million this year. When all the stats are said and done, if he ends up being wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3, that's a steal. A steal. That's what you have to do. Get guys to outperform their contract. That's the way. But let's talk about Bryce Young. Because I know that's what y'all came for, right? Y'all want to talk about Bryce. Y'all want to talk about Bryce, and that's fine. Because this was, the numbers don't say it, but this was probably one of Bryce Young's cleaner and best games of his career. For good or bad, looking at the numbers, it's one of Bryce Young's better games of his career. Bryce Young, dude, 16 for 26, 171 yards, 6.6 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. And the pick was not his fault. Bryce Young had about 50 yards of unrealized down the field and a touchdown because of drops. David Moore, right in the breadbasket, dropped a touchdown that hit him in the hands. Xavier Legette had a pass, but a third string corner stole it from him. That's just unlucky. Unlucky Panthers type stuff. Only stuff happens to us. But between that being about 20 yards downfield, David Moore being about 30, that's about 50 more yards unrealized that was dropped. Add on top of that, Bryce Young putting us down the field for the game-winning touchdown. Look, man, Bryce Young first time being in victory formation in the pros. Bryce Young was poised. He was under control. He wasn't perfect, but I thought he escaped the pocket when needed to, got rid of the ball. We only had 1 sack. He stayed in the pocket. He delivered to Xavier Legette. Look, the trust balls. We don't have a lot of wide receivers now that can create separation consistently. Xavier Legette, that's not his game. Jalen Coker, he's a good route runner, but he doesn't always have the athleticism to create consistent separation. JT Sanders, he's not overly athletic as well. But what they do all excel at is what? Contested catch situations. Throw the trust balls. And trust is trusting that your guy is going to come up with it. Trust that they're going to come up with it for you. You either going to a PI or a catch. And that's what happened today. That's what happened today. PI or catch. JT Sanders, a huge PI. He also came up with some catches as well. Xavier Legette came up with a catch on 3rd down. He came up with 1, but it got taken away. But that's what it is. We saw last week, Jalen Coker catching the back shoulder fades. Trust balls. That's what they call them, trust. And Trill once said it, Bryce actually won this game. Dave Canales did everything in his power to lose it. Dave Canales did everything in his power to lose that game. Multiple 4th down and shorts where I'm sure the analytics said to go for it. He decided to punt. I understand trusting your defense, but if anything, when your defense is playing well, that gives you more incentive to be aggressive. Not be conservative because the defense is playing well. He got bailed out that one time that he didn't do it, and the defense got a 3 and out, and we ended up netting about 3 yards because they punted when they were backed up. But consistently punting on 4th down in plus territory. Throwing behind the sticks on 3rd and medium. Throwing to Miles Sanders on 3rd and medium. In the 3rd quarter, there was a drive that he did 3 straight screens. Yeah, one was off target to Leggett, but you called 2 other different screens. Like, why? Why? And I understand. Oh, he doesn't trust Bryce. Bryce is like Bryce had just came off of a touchdown drive. And then you're going to say, and the play calling is, oh, he doesn't trust Bryce. Why don't you trust him? Like, go for broke. Like, what do we have to lose? Because Bryce Young's down the field accuracy was pretty solid today when he did try. It was pretty decent when he did try. And like, not to mention third down, but giving the ball to Miles Sanders at this point is malpractice. It's malpractice. And I'm not gonna say it, but you got a lot of fans talking about it sabotage. They're talking about you want Andy Dalton to start, which is why you're still calling him the starter and not naming anybody a starter. So that's why you're so conservative. That's why you're acting like you can't operate with Bryce Young at quarterback. And they call David the quarterback whisperer. Maybe it's for vets. Maybe it's not for young quarterbacks. Maybe he's a whisperer with vets. Because dealing with a young quarterback and dealing with an experienced quarterback are 2 different ball games. So maybe the whispering is only for experienced guys. Because he seemed to be struggling, carrying a bunch of timeouts in the halftime, not burning your timeouts at the end of the game. Like, he acts like you can take these timeouts with you, bro. Just managing the game is crazy. Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, you have a chance to make a statement before half. We get the ball in plus territory. The first play of the game is the first play of the drive is a Miles Sanders run. Then you go no huddle with no Jalen Coker on the field. But you got 2 timeouts in the bag. You don't burn any of them. You run a play with receivers that don't involve Jalen Coker when Leggett was hurt at that point. You got David Moore, Tompkins, Mingo on the field, and JT Sanders. Like, what is that? And then third down comes, and you still don't have Jalen Coker on the field. Jalen Coker kind of went MIA after them first couple of plays where he almost scored that touchdown on that screen. Like, he just didn't see the field. Like, some of the personnel groupings are questionable at best. Like, I just don't understand, bro. And I told y'all before the season I'm going to give grace, but some of this stuff is crazy. Like, you have an analytics department. They didn't tell you to go for it on 4th and 3 from the opponent's 43-yard line. They didn't tell you that. They didn't. Like, come on. I don't get it. I don't. It's just, it's frustrating, bro. It's frustrating. Like, what do you have to lose to be this conservative? And some of y'all on this live stream too, y'all crucified. Y'all crucified Steve Wilks, saying that he was too conservative for y'all. Y'all didn't want him. Defensive coaches are way too conservative. We need an offensive coach, a young offensive-minded coach. This is what some of y'all said. You know who you are. Y'all crucified Wilks. But Dave Canales did way more than that today. This is conservative to the umpteen's power. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, not throwing the ball downfield on 3rd and medium, consistently not doing it. No, there were fans that did it. I could pull up that live. I could pull up some of my live streams and look at the chat. I got it. They called me a madman on here, bro. That's the thing about creating content. There's always history. There's always receipts. But it's today was clear and obvious that we had to win despite Dave Canales. Slick Vic, what up, though? We had to win despite Dave Canales. The defense showed up. The defense showed up. And y'all know me. I've been smacking this defense on the back of their head every week. Every week I come on this live stream and smack the defense in the back of their head. I come up here and I let them have it. Everybody wants to be obsessed with Bryce earlier in the year. But the defense was on pace to be the worst in NFL history when in terms of points. But I got to say, bro, they deserve all the credit today. And this is not one of them box score games. That's why I said we did box score watching. But like overall, they gave up over 400 yards. Over 400 yards. They gave up. But they actually, the worst red zone defense in the NFL got multiple red zone stops to force field goals. They got other stops to force another field goal. They didn't force any turnovers, but you could tell they were making Derek Carr uncomfortable at times. Derek Carr was doing Derek Carr-like things. They couldn't stop the run. But this is what a bend but don't break defense is supposed to look like. That's what I told y'all when y'all said last year that the defense was good just because they were fourth in total yards surrendered. Yards don't mean nothing. Yards is the most useless stat. Yards surrender, there's so many more analytics and numbers out there that you can analyze. But if you watch today's game, you can tell that the defense had a valiant effort. They got the stops down the stretch. Like what, 3 or 4 stops in a row. Not to mention they sealed the game. A game-sealing 4th down stop. And I got to give credit to good old conservative Ejiro Evero. When the game was on the line, on 4th down and 4, Ejiro Evero pushed all the chips in the table. He went outside his comfort zone and actually ran press man coverage. We never see press man across the board. He challenged them. He only rushed 4. He ran press man, only rushed 4, and got after them, got in their face. They threw it up to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was in his hip pocket. He was underneath the receiver's shirt. PBU, game over. The defense. If you had told me the defense would have won the Panthers the game this season when we talked about this defense a couple of weeks ago, I would have laughed in your face. I would have laughed in your face if you told me that. But what they did today, getting stops, cannot be ignored. Yes, they gave up yards. Yes, they pissed me off because they can't stop Taysom Hill. It's been about 7 years, and people still don't know that Taysom Hill at quarterback was coming, and they can't stop it. But today, the Panthers did what they needed to do. It wasn't pretty. It's never going to be pretty for this defense. But if they can give performances like this, it lets you know. Getting stops and getting the ball back to your offense. And I said it before. The numbers aren't pretty, but today is a factor that shows that a competitive defense is going to do more for an offense than anything. Some of y'all think we should go ahead and draft the quarterback. Whether Bryce Young is the guy or not, we need to build this defense up. If we can get a defense, it don't have to be elite. It just needs to be competitive. We need some more blue chip talent and get competitive. Yes, I know the Saints were beat up, but we're beat up. But you can see today in the flow of the game that them consistently getting stops and giving it back to our offense, and then our offense getting that go ahead score because they rewarded the defense and the defense rewarded them by sealing the game. It lets you know that complementary football and having a defense that can actually hold its own is going to go a long way. That's why I think that whatever the Panthers do at quarterback, they need to avoid a quarterback at the top of the draft and build this defense. Build the defense. The defense competed. The numbers weren't pretty. They didn't lock down, but it was competitive effort. They did their usual giving up almost 200, but they gave them a chance. They gave the offense a chance. They gave the offense a chance. Yeah, they made some head-scratching decisions, too. Dennis Allen was not to be outdone. I told you he the worst coach in the division. He was not going to be outdone by Dave Canales' bad decision. They punted on 4th and 1 after trying to get us to jump on a few occasions. But clearly, they didn't trust the weapons they had. Clearly, they didn't trust Derek Carr in his first game back. I think Alvin Kamara was the one that got him in the 4th and 1 on them a few times. So he came out of the game. But you can, look, like I said, he was not going to be denied in terms of bad coaching decisions by Dave Canales. He has to retain his title as the worst coach in the division. Slick Vic asking if he's getting a fire. He might be. They talking about the city hurting right now. It's because of you, brother. Where is the self-awareness? The city is hurting because of you, Dennis Allen. Yeah, they got us on that fake punt. They used Taysom Hill as a diversion. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta give him credit. But I'm not gonna lie, man. That Leggett INT, that was crazy, bro. That was crazy. That was one of the craziest interceptions I've ever seen. Let me get into the super chat. Reed Daniels, shout out on the super chat. Said 3 cheers for Saints tears. I'm pouring up some Saints tears right now. Tastes good, don't it? Bro. 3 cheers. 1, 2, 3. Cheers. 3 cheers. Shout out Mr. Luke Cage on the super chat. Said, gotta find a speedster that can catch in the draft. 1,000%. We get somebody that can stretch that field from the slot too, and even on the outside, it's going to unlock everything because that's what we're missing. And Dave Canales has to also scheme it up so we can get it to those speedsters. He has to scheme it up so we can get it to those speedsters. But I agree. We can get a speedster. We don't have to draft a speedster super, super high either. We could do 3rd round, find one or so. They can come in and impact and have a role. It don't have to be a top flight pick. But getting a speedster, a young speedster in the draft will really round out these weapons. It will. Shout out to Joe Clarity on the super chat. He said, does Canales know how to play to Bryce's strengths? Maybe not. Maybe he's having a hard time figuring out what Bryce's strengths are. Bryce has had some struggles, but what he told us was they want to do what Bryce Young does well. Whatever Bryce Young does well, they're going to lean into that. Does Bryce Young throw screens well? I don't think he throws screens and short passes that well behind the line of scrimmage. So we're not becoming what Bryce Young is good at. We're not calling to Bryce Young's strengths. He's just calling plays. It feels like aimlessly. Because what is the aim? When I say aimlessly, like, what is the reason? Are they connected to something? Are you setting up something later? Are you just going to run the ball so we can do play action? What are you doing? It seems very scattered. I don't know. Because I don't know whatever you're trying to do, like with Bryce, the future. I don't know. I think I really still believe that Bryce Young's time as a Panther, future as a Panther, it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters what he does. I think they're out on Bryce. And if he doesn't start in Germany, he's really out on Bryce. Bryce Young he progressed from last week. It looked like the time off really helped him build his confidence back up and slow things down for him. Like I said, it stopped the bleeding. There's still a bunch of things to clean up. Bryce Young ain't perfect. But this looks like a completely different quarterback today than we saw in week 1 versus the Saints. It's definitely a completely different Saints team, of course. But the fact still remains that Bryce Young looked completely different. That's 100% evident. The biggest Bryce hater has to admit that. Because there was a lot of y'all out there today. But I don't know. It's very. I'm curious to watch the film, but it's very, very suspect what's going on. It's very, very suspect. Very, very suspect. Mr. Hunky Dory on the subject. So shout out to DeMonte Richardson. We want to drink up. The money. Like the money. Like the money. Give me the money. The money. If it ain't about the money, the money. That's what it is. The money Richardson. If it ain't about the money, I'll put on a t-shirt. Oh, yeah. This is a public service announcement because a lot of people in the public are starting to pick up on this. Xavier Legette may be that fan favorite that we need because it seems like the media, he's universally liked. From his interviews to his touchdown celebrations, I hope that he is going to be that guy that he showing he can be and that I think he can be. Because we haven't had a fan favorite in a while. We need a personality like that, an infectious personality. The country, like this dude is the most deep country. I told you guys, high-end country. He's from South Carolina. He gets on the horse, Dollar Bill. Now everybody know Dollar Bill. The commentator talking about Dollar Bill. The NFL social media teams are posting him riding Dollar Bill. It's a thing, bro. It's becoming a thing. And you can see the momentum building. Despite us being trash, he's still getting a lot of pub. People love Xavier Legette. It's hard not to love him, man. But the Panthers needed a fan favorite like that. They trade away all our legends. They trade away all our favorite players. I got a bunch of Christian McCaffrey jerseys I can't use. I got a DJ Moore jersey I can't use. My Cam Newton jersey is hanging up behind me. But we finally might have one that we can all get behind. I'm about to order me a Legette jersey soon and very soon. But, of course, inside our fan base and sometime in the fantasy community, Jalen Coker is starting to build up a hive as well. The cokeheads. Shout out to the cokeheads out there. The Coke boys, the cokeheads, shout out to y'all. But it seems like cokeheads is starting to take over. Alex Finkill, what's up, brother? What's good, bro? What up, though? But we need a fan favorite. Like I said, Jalen Coker, we working on it. But shout out to my guy, Tony. The Cocaine Cowboys is the nickname of the dynamic duo. The Cocaine Cowboys. Cokaine Cowboys. Cocaine Cowboys. Between him and the Cowboy Xavier Legette, we might have a nice little duo. We have a nice little duo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the cokeheads out there in the chat, bro. It's up. It's up. Shout out to y'all out there, bro. We out here. We out here. Said Coca reminds me of Wayne Corbett. Interesting comp. Look, I ain't heard Wayne Corbett name in so long. Interesting comp. Interesting comp. Cocaine is wild. Hey, man. This stuff just happens, bro. Nicknames just happen. Nicknames just happen, bro. Nicknames just happen. Keep pounding, yo. Julian, what's up? He said, just wait till next week when the Hook'em boys take over. Man, I'm so excited. Our rookie class been so fun. Man, look. Jonathan Brooks coming back next week. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to be out there in Germany, too. I'm hoping for a movie. Yeah, Cocaine Cowboys, man. QP88, what up, though? Man, if we can get a nice little duo at receiver, Young, and we got a nice little duo at running back with Brooks and Chuba, if they come together, man, it's something exciting to build on. Say Coca reminds me of a young Steve Smith. Hunter or Graham. Could XL be potentially like a TO type of player? We still are waiting for the yards after catch from XL. I want to see the yak from XL. We haven't put that on display, but all I know is what we're getting from him in the red zone. I love it, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing from him in the red zone. He's showing himself to be a weapon. I think Bryce is looking for him in the red zone consistently, and he's rewarding. He's rewarding Bryce for giving him an opportunity. That's literally all you can ask for. In the lost season like this, bro, this is really all you can hope for. And we won today. There's not going to be a ton of wins for us. This backstretch of the season is brutal. Eagles, Chiefs. The Cowboys are still going to be a little bit tough. We got the Bucks. The Bucks are beat up. We got the Falcons again, of course. There's going to be some tough games. We may not win a lot more games, but we're going to enjoy the ones that we got. And when you can get to see your young players get opportunities and they're making plays and rewarding you and making you look right, that's all you can ask for at this point. Is to give us hope for the future, because it's hard. It's hard being a Panthers fan, bro. We don't really have a lot of stuff to build on. But being able to have young players contributing early when it felt like every draft pick we had in the past was throwaways, it just feels so good. It feels like maybe we've turned this thing around, and maybe if we did another full off season with Dan Morgan's scouting team, we can do that. Like I said, Dan Morgan, look, I've been critical of the Brian Burns trade. I was critical of the Deontay Johnson trade. But from a scouting standpoint, which is what he was known for, this seems like this is what he does. It seems like he's doing his thing right now. We have another guy that handles the contracts and the cap. Like I said, maybe we need another guy to handle trades, because I don't know, man. I feel like they haven't been getting the biggest returns on trades that they could. So maybe we need to bring in another guy to the front office that all he does is negotiate trades when they happen. But I can't take nothing away from Dan Morgan at this point in terms of scouting, because that's what he does, and he doing what he do. I got to give it off. Captain's hat off to you. Captain's hat off to you. I got to give it up to him. Do I think we should tank? I mean, if what we're doing isn't tanking, I don't know what it is. We just happen to win a game today. Dave Canales giving Miles Sanders carries, that's tanking. Trading away your number one receiver, that seems like tanking. Playing a bunch of young guys, that seems like tanking. Yes, we moved. We're not the number one draft pick right now, so I know a lot of people are mad. We moved back to 3. There's a lot of football left to be played. There's still 8 games left. So I wouldn't sweat it if I was you guys. A lot of football left. A lot of things are going to change between now and then. But we're never going to turn our nose up at W's. Not over here. Not on this channel. This ain't the channel. This ain't the channel to me to be mad about wins because of draft position. Said best Panther podcast in the business. Keep pounding. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm just doing what I can when I can. I appreciate it, though. I love the love. Man, this blue stuff tastes good. Shout out to my guy from lunch break. Hot take. What up, though? What's up, fellas? What's good? Say Coker and Damani might be the best undrafted free agent in franchise history. Nah, Andrew Norwell went from undrafted free agent to all pro. We couldn't afford him, of course, like every other Panthers. Great, good player. We let him walk. Ended up being not a bad deal because Norwell kind of went downhill after that anyway. But Andrew Norwell was undrafted free agent at LSU. He ended up being an all pro before his time with the Panthers was said and done. But I love the enthusiasm. I love the enthusiasm. I love the enthusiasm. Yeah, we're definitely a top 10 pick. It's just a matter of where. I mean, top 3 pick would put us in great position to get a blue chip player, which is what we need. But I get the concern for the people that want to tank. I get it. But I just don't think this is a good football team overall to the point that we're going to play ourselves out of a good draft pick. I don't see us playing ourselves, like I said, out of a good draft pick. I just don't see it. I don't. Yeah, we're still number 3. What I'm sipping on that Blue Bel Air, bro. I'm almost out. I got a baby bottle pop today. I ain't got no big bottle. I got the baby bottle pop. You know what I'm saying? The baby bottle. I ain't babysitting, but I got the baby bottle. Shoot. Spilled a little bit. But cheers, fellas. Said, what up, dog? Victories never felt so good. Yes, sir. Did Mingo even play today? He did. He didn't get no targets. I don't think Mingo had a target. He said, do a great job. Appreciate you, Shane. Appreciate them kind words from y'all, man. Said, we get a dub but still in the top 5. He said, I don't see why people are mad. He said, it's like a win-win to me. The only thing about it is the Saints moved ahead of us. The Saints moved ahead of us in the draft because we beat them. They moved ahead of us. Yeah, I would love to trade back. Yeah, I think top 10 is a lot for us. I think ESPN analytics had us at like a 95% to be top 10, in like mid 40s to be top 5. Ryan says, do I think anybody gets moved before the trade deadline Tuesday? Let's talk about it, because the trade deadline is Tuesday. I think Miles Sanders is definitely a potential candidate. They've already announced today. They didn't announce, but reports have come out that they expect Jonathan Brooks to travel to Germany and come back for Germany. So I think that with that in mind, they have guys like Blackshear and Mike Boone that they may feel comfortable at running back behind them. And with Brooks coming back, I think they're comfortable rubbing with Chuba at RB1 and potentially moving Miles Sanders. Now, what is the compensation for Miles Sanders? It's not going to be great. And when you're moving off of these guys, it's probably, I hope they go for cap relief, and I hope they don't give away picks. They had to do that with Deontay Johnson, and I didn't think it was ideal. Like, you can just cut these guys if that's the case. But they made a move to trade Deontay because I guess they thought he was too toxic. They had to move on. Miles Sanders doesn't seem toxic. Seems like a great team player, just not a guy that's going to be productive for us. Now, what can you get for him? It's not going to be great. But I honestly would be willing to, at this point, to give somebody the Deontay Johnson package. Like, give a pick, maybe only move up 2 spots in the draft and not pay down all his salary, pay down some to make the trade happen. That just takes him out of the equation because Dave Canales keeps throwing and giving him negative carries and negative receptions and screens that puts us behind the sticks. There's no reason to take Chuba Hubbard out of the game for Miles Sanders like that. I understand he's your third down back, but we got to get, if we can get him out of the equation to completely keep Dave Canales from giving him the football, I'm all for that. Also can be traded is Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen is expected to be healthy for the Germany game, but if they trade him, he won't make that move. Adam Thielen was held out one more game, but he seemed like he's close to being healthy. They just ramped him up and wasn't sure he was ready for game shape. So Adam Thielen is a guy we see a lot of young guys are playing now at wide receiver. They brought in a former Dave Canales guy in Tompkins. David Moore has been playing a lot more here. Of course, we still have Mingo. And then Jalen Coker and Xavier Legette have been getting a lot of PT. Where does Adam Thielen fit into the equation? We don't know. Do they move him? He's an older vet. He's about, $8 million against the cap. So not a ton of money, but maybe too much money for somebody that wants to involve him. Reports from Adam Schefter came out is that the Pittsburgh Steelers were sniffing around for Adam Thielen. So maybe there's smoke and fire around the fact that Adam Thielen could get moved. I like Adam Thielen, believe it or not. I think having an experienced vet in that room is helpful. But maybe David Moore ends up being that vet, that glue guy. But I wouldn't mind Thielen being around, but he's still under contract for one more year after this one. So maybe they want to get some cap relief. Maybe they can't. Maybe they can get a 7th, a late round pick swap and move up and then get somebody to take on his salary. I think if they make these moves and do pick swaps, they need to be looking for salary cap relief. The goal should be salary cap relief on this stuff. Not just trading the trade and giving up picks and paying money. They need to be looking for salary cap relief. Like I said, if it costs them a pick swap to do that, so be it. But they need to be looking for salary cap relief, not just paying salary and giving up picks as well. That's hustling backwards. Next up, Jatavian Clowney. Jatavian Clowney has had 2 pretty good games back-to-back. Last week versus the Broncos, he was very good against the run. Overall, the unit did pretty solid. He had probably his best game as a Panther last week. Today, he had a half a sack. You could see him getting pressure today in the pass game. Going against Trevor Penny. Drew a holding call as well. That was pretty clutch. Jatavian Clowney is a vet guy. He's from the Carolinas, so maybe he wants to be close to home and it's cool. But maybe there's a contender out there that needs some pass rush rotation help. Can you get salary cap relief? I think we paid him about $12 million per year. Can you get salary cap relief for Jatavian Clowney? Maybe so. We'll see how much the interest is legit there, but I think Jatavian Clowney is another trade candidate that is open for the Panthers. Last but not least, Bryce Young. And I hate to say Bryce Young because after today it sounds asinine, but the way Dave Canales has been moving is weird. Reports have come out they're not really interested in trading Bryce right now. They could maybe look for the offseason when teams are trying to formulate their plan for their team and may be willing to give up more compensation. And I agree. His value will be higher in the offseason. But for them to be non-committal after 2 consecutive games where he looked like he progressed from last week and them being non-committal, Dave Canales calling such conservative plays during the game, some of the comments before about Bryce, it just feels like his time here is probably up and they want to get their guy. Do they want to get Bryce Young out of here now just to end it? He could be a potential trade candidate. They've gotten offers according to reports, but it sounds like they turned them all down. Whether that's a vote of confidence in Bryce because they want to keep him, or they've just gotten so many low ball offers that they just say that, no, this is disrespectful because we traded all this to get Bryce. No way we're trading him for that. But that's what happens when you make bad trades like the Deontay trade. People think you're stupid. They're going to try to get anything out of you. They're going to lowball you whenever you make them crazy trades like that. So I just think that people are gonna when they smell blood in the water, the sharks are gonna come. When they think you're dead and toast, the vultures are gonna come in. Can you hear me now? Is my volume too low? But those are the guys that I think they could be traded. I do not think J.C. Horn gets traded. I think J.C. Horn gets extended this offseason. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay, all right. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think you just got to turn me up. Turn me up a little bit. I do not see J.C. Horn getting traded, though. Volume is fine. Okay. Wifey just texted me, said my volume is fine. So she said it's fine. I know it's fine. Shout out to my boo. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then again, I don't know what it is. Like maybe this is just the tough love that Bryce Young needs. Maybe they felt like Bryce Young was getting too much handed to him as the first overall pick. He needed some time to sit down, and now he's giving that tough love. Maybe he wants to be non-committal on the starter. Maybe he's trying to put gamesmanship to give the Giants something to think about. Maybe he's just trying to keep Bryce on his toes. Say like, Bryce, keep working. Like, we're not going to give you nothing. You're going to have to earn it. We want you to be on your toes. We want you to keep having good weeks of practice. We want you to be on your toes and conduct yourself this way. So maybe that's the only reason I can give for Dave. And this is me being like, if I wanted to be a Dave Canales apologist, and I'm just being like devil's advocate, maybe he just wants to be hard on Bryce to keep Bryce, like keep pushing Bryce, make Bryce keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that's my like me, like putting my thinking cap on. Like, maybe he's just trying to play mind games to make Bryce like lock in and like stay hungry and stay on it. Know that like he's nipping, like Dalton is nipping at your heels. Like, stay on it, bro. This is good performances, but stay on it, because all he called it was solid today. The performance today, he called it solid. And it was definitely solid, but it was a little bit more than that. You could have been a little bit more. Could have been a little bit more. Oh, man. He said, thanks, Bryce Young, for giving us the number 1 pick in the draft. Who that? Fires Dennis Allen immediately. He put 9 fire emojis. Where y'all at? No, y'all ain't number one right now, are y'all? Did somebody win? Did somebody win and put y'all at number one? Nah, y'all number two. Y'all number three. Dang, we number four now because Jacksonville lost. So we number four. A lot of teams got 2 wins. 9 teams have 2 wins. It's going to be fluid, y'all. It's going to be fluid. J47 said, hey, Cap, that was good. What up, though? What up, though? But today was not a perfect performance from Bryce Young, but you had to feel how had to notice how comfortable he was in the pocket. He made some throws. He gave guys a chance. I think that's not something that Bryce was doing. The thing I saw last week from Bryce is, like I said, those trust throws are a big thing. So maybe Bryce Young sitting on the bench really did. I think if Bryce Young might have learned something from Dave Canales let me start over. Bryce Young may have learned something from Andy Dalton after all being benched by Dave Canales, because Bryce wasn't making those trust throws before he got benched. Something that happened during his rookie year that he didn't do a ton was giving guys a chance in their one-on-one. In the NFL, these refs are not good. These cornerbacks, they're not that great either. If you have a guy one-on-one, throw the ball up, give them a chance. It's either going to be your guy's going to win because these wide receivers are very good at it these days, or the cornerback's not going to look back. He's going to interfere, and the ref is going to throw a flag. So good things tend to happen when defenders aren't looking and you got one-on-one and you just throw it up. Bryce Young wasn't making those type of throws before. You saw it last week, the back shoulder to Jalen Coker, the catch on the corner route to Leggett when he was double teamed. Today, throwing it up to Leggett one-on-one when he was rolling out. Throwing it up to JT Sanders when he was one-on-one. Throwing it up to JT Sanders on the game-winning drive to get an interference. Giving Jalen Coker a chance on the crossing route. The trust throws are starting to come. You don't have guys that separate a ton, which is fine. We'll get some more of those guys later that can get open consistently, but you do have guys that know how to win when the ball arrives. They may not win a ton before the ball arrives, but when the ball gets there, you have some young guys that can come up with the football. So Bryce Young letting that pill go and giving those guys a chance is the biggest area of growth I've seen with him. Double O Kane, what up, bro? You late. What's up, man? We got that dub. GTD. Got the dub, y'all. Ty Black, what up, though? Yeah, players want to get traded to the Commanders, man. They see it. They see it. Say Bryce Caden's pre-play has been better. And I think that's another thing. And I thought starting on the road, that silent count, all that, taking all that time, not getting out of the huddle. We were up against it a few times today, but when you're at home and you don't have to do silent count, it makes a huge difference. A huge difference. Now, I don't know what the crowd is going to be like next week in Germany. I know the Panthers have a good fan base out in Germany, but we'll see how it changes then. But playing at home made a big difference. You ain't got to worry about cocking your leg up. The guard got to tap somebody, and then the center got to snap it. Yes, Vic. Vic. It would have been way better had they dropped it. About 50 yards and a touchdown left on the field. And so a lot of people are talking about, let's talk about O-line real quick, because a lot of people are talking about Brady Christensen playing left tackle. I guess it doesn't count as a sack, but there was a sack on that 2-point conversion. And I thought Bryce probably could have stepped up to help, but I thought Brady, he had some penalties, he had a false start. Brady is, man, the versatility he brings, bro, is crazy. Like, I definitely want Brady Christensen on my team going forward. He'll be a free agent. Guys like him and Chuba are guys I want to bring back. Invaluable. And I thought Brady was playing pretty well at center beforehand, and I think that we should try to keep him back potentially as that center. We'll see what the prognosis is on Icky going forward for Germany. But I definitely think I have to look at the numbers for Brady. The O-line was an overall problem today, but I still would like Brady Christensen at center and Icky at left tackle. There's just something missing in the running game so far. We've been struggling. I mean, and Chuba had a solid game overall, but we had to earn them yards today. It wasn't easy like it had been earlier during the year. And the Saints are a team that struggled to stop the run. And I think a lot of it has to do with the physicality and the mentality of not having a guy like Icky out there. Icky is solid in the running game, bro. He can move bodies. For all the transgressions he has in pass pro, when it comes to combos, duo blocks, and double teams, Icky is that guy in getting movement. Between him and Damian Lewis, they get movement. They do. And so not having Icky at left tackle is a level of physicality that's removed from the equation. So I definitely think that not having Brady having Brady at left tackle, you're missing something. I think Brady is better well served between those two physical guards. He works very well with them. He's a smart player. He's athletic. But yeah, I like Icky at left tackle going forward. I don't think Icky loses his position because I don't think Cade Mays is a permanent solution at center going forward for us. We got to win with the makeshift O-line today. That's kudos to our depth because I know last year we didn't have that depth. Our depth has been tested on O-line this year. So shout out to them. They had back-to-back suspect performances today. They were solid. They were solid. So I got to give them credit for the depth that we have on this team, the O-line being prepared, even though it's been shuffled. I got to give the credit where it's due. I got to. So hopefully get to the growing pains with his offense and then spend that money on defense. We need to draft defense, spend a little bit of money. I don't know what we're going to spend it on. Maybe a pass rusher. If you can you get anybody decent with that amount of money? We definitely need another corner, a pass rusher. We need a lot. We literally can take anybody on defense and be okay. Any position we can draft on defense, and I would be fine with it. Anybody early in the draft, high on defense, I would be fine with it. I would love Travis Hunter. I want Travis Hunter on the team, but I'm really, if we're at a top 5 pick, I think I like this draft class. I'm fine with anybody. Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, Travis Hunter. We can even double down in the second round if you want to go D-line and get Kennard from South Carolina or Big E from South Carolina, the safety. I'm fine with that too because Xavier Woods is going to be a free agent. We talked about Damani earlier. If it ain't about Damani, we talked about Damani earlier. Damani Richardson, once again, led the team in tackles. This is back-to-back weeks he led the team in tackles, if I'm not mistaken. 12 tackles today. I put a breakdown of him on Twitter. I'm probably going to put a breakdown of him on the Patreon. So if you want to join the Patreon, the patreon.com/UB Sports Talk is how you get the film breakdowns that I don't put on the channel. It's the best way to support the channel and get extra value as a Panthers fan. But Damani Richardson, undrafted free agent, bro, he's played ball. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the future is for Ejiro, so I don't want to assume what we're gonna do in the draft in terms of whatever. But yeah, I mean, Kyle said it. Mason Graham did a D in a second, and then add Derek Brown back. Man, you get that D line right, bro, and then you get. You find some way to get a nice corner. Extend JC. Yeah, it didn't feel like Chuba got enough. Yeah. Just because anytime you see Miles on the field, it feels like, man, we taking food out of Chuba's mouth. We taking food off of Chuba's plate. Anytime you put Miles in, you taking food off of Chuba's plate. Get to these super chat. Shout out to my guy Wade Evans on the super chat. Said, I think benching Bryce was the best thing for him. Here's that calmness back out on the field, now standing tall in the pocket, and he's trusting the receivers and understanding what NFL open is. Exactly, Wade. This is a great take from Wade. And not just because he's super chatted $9.99. Because shout out to you for that. Appreciate the support. But exactly. That's what I said. I said it on online on Twitter. I guess it was Twitter that I put on the video. I don't know. But the best thing it did was stop the bleeding. Bryce, Bryce has other issues. There's other issues that Bryce has. Is going to take him putting in work in the offseason, being consistent with that footwork, some of the accuracy, and just managing the game and being smart. Like, some of that stuff is going to take the offseason for him to work on. But, like, I thought it stopped the bleeding because Bryce Young, he was spiraling, bro. He was spiraling, and Wade nailed it. He's back to looking calmer in the pocket again, which is what we saw from him coming out at Bama. He looks a little bit calmer, standing in the pocket, not bailing on clean pockets every time, just because the clock is going off in his head, but getting the ball out quick as well. They showed the replay online. It was 2 seconds. That touchdown that he got to Leggett, it was 2.0. Dave Canal talked about 2.7. It was 2.0 to throw it to Leggett on that touchdown. And then, like I said, trusting your receivers and understanding what NFL open is. Guys aren't going to be screaming wide open in this league. They're not. Oop. Jesus Christ, what's going on? They're not going to be screaming wide open. But giving your guys one-on-one a chance and letting them win or get flags, that's NFL open. Being one-on-one sometimes is NFL open. If you're one-on-one, because they run so much soft shell coverage with help over the top, some guys aren't open. But when they're one-on-one, give some guys a chance on the outside. Let them help you out. Be that point guard. That's what we wanted to see. He'll be a point guard. Distribute the ball. Let the other guys do the work. Let Jatavian Sanders get you 40-something yards. Let Leggett catch a pass one-on-one on the crossing route. Throw the back shoulder fade to Jalen Coker. Like, be that point guard. Shout out to you on another super chat. So give me wins and a culture over worrying about draft position. We need culture to either retain our talent or you'll have people walk like Luvu. That is a very, very good take as well. Yeah, and it depends. Like me, I get it. I do think that we need a ton of help. And yes, some wins are meaningless. But I'm never going to say beating my least favorite franchise in the NFL is meaningless. I'm not going to be mad about us beating the Saints just because we fell from number 1 to number 4. We don't need a quarterback. And so a lot of people up top are going to be taking quarterbacks as well. Yeah, it may hurt us if we want to trade back and get more assets, but I still don't think this is a great football team. I think things will play out how they're supposed to play out. I still think we're a lock for a top 10 pick, and you can get a good player in the top 10. I feel the chances of us being top 5 are probably pretty solid as well. But like you said, this has to feel good. Seeing our young guy being led to victory by our young guys, Damani Richardson, Trevin Wallace, Jalen Coker, Bryce Young, Xavier Leggett, JT Sanders. Our young guys getting PT, winning, making plays that contribute to winning. I think that will go a long way as well. I do. And like you said, we had homegrown talent like Luvu. He wanted to go play for a different system. He wanted to go play for Dan Quinn. We made an offer. It's not like we didn't want him. We didn't gut the defense like everybody thinks we did. He just didn't want to play for us no more. He didn't. And he's having a blast up there in with the Commanders in Washington. Shout out my guy Will Robinson on the Super Chat. Saying wins, building a franchise, scheme validation, and a winning culture is worth much more than a first-round pick, in my opinion. Hey, shout out to the culture builders out there, bro. A win is a win, bro. Like I said, these young guys getting able to taste victory and being the main ones that contributed to the victory is big. It's big, man. It's big for our future. It's big. And the thing is, they're going to make rookie mistakes, so you're going to lose some games dealing with that. You take the good with the bad with those guys and hope it builds. But you're going to take the good with the bad, and then you may lose some games, and then, okay, oh well. Then you get the draft position, but at least we get to see JT Sanders shine. It's everybody. Xavier Legette, it may be his week. Next week, it may be Jalen. Like last week, it was Jalen Coker. This week, it's JT Sanders. Different guys stepping up, making plays every week. The young guys is exactly what the doctor ordered. Now we got Brooks coming back. I would love to, no pressure on Brooks, but I would love to see a couple flashes from him before the year is over to make me feel really good about us going forward, especially from an offensive core standpoint. A couple of Brooks nice runs and plays being made will make me feel very, very good about this offensive core. It would. It will. Win or lose along the way, seeing them young guys make plays, it's big. It's big. Appreciate y'all in the super chats, man. The love is everything. Y'all know how it go. Yeah, Lulu took. We offered that about. We offered Lulu. I said Lulu. I got Survivor. I got Survivor on my brain. I'm up here talking about Lulu. We had Lulu. We offered him the same amount of money that the Commanders offered him. He didn't want to play for us. He wanted to play for Dan Quinn. He said it. I mean, it's been reported. He said it. Said Bryce looked happy and confident. Yes, he showed emotion. He went and talked. Y'all saw that face when Dave Canellis called them three screens? When Dave Canellis called them three screens and Bryce walked over there to the sideline with his helmet off and was talking to him, and Dave was trying to talk to him, he wasn't really trying to hear that. Bryce was bothered, bro. He was pissed. Because, Bryce was actually confident, was feeling good. You saw the look every time when he was throwing good, he was fist pumping. He threw that conversion to Legette. He fist pumped. Confident. The emotion that y'all said that y'all didn't see from Bryce, that y'all wanted to see, he gave everybody that. And he went over there. He was like, Dave, what we doing? Dave Canellis got to tighten up, bro. Man, I ain't the only one now. I think today people are starting to realize that Dave Canellis had been conservative. I had been talking about it for a minute, but I think finally now people are starting to realize. It's weird, bro. Some of the decisions he made is weird. And no, this is not me saying to fire Dave Canellis. I'm not just saying that. But we have to be able to talk about the transgressions without being overly dramatic and saying he needs to be fired. We have to be able to talk about it. It's going to be a process for him growing as a rookie head coach, but we have to point that stuff out. We can't ignore it. We can't just simply blanketly blame the defense. We can't blanketly blame Bryce Young. We have to call a spade, y'all. Let's call a spade a spade. It's too convenient to blame the defense. It's too convenient to blame Bryce. Dave Canellis has to. He gotta Look, he has to be held accountable. He has to be held accountable. Yeah, Mason Graham might fall right to us for real, for real. But you got, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not. I appreciate y'all tuning in because we won today, despite Dave Canal. That's the thing, bro. We won despite him. It felt like he was trying his best to like blow the game. It was crazy, bro. So the fist bump every time he made a throw like he cares. It was awesome, bro. It's I think I talked about it. I was like, Bryce Young. I mean, and you can call him a front runner, but Bryce Young has had a lot of success. He'll show emotion when things are going his way, but he's not going to be out at white parties with Michael Rubin like CJ Stroud was. He's not going to be doing whatever when we're trash. He's not going to be doing a bunch of podcasts and interviews when we're trash. What is there to celebrate? What are we going to talk about? Yeah, I think he'll open up and loosen up more once we start being more successful. But he's not going to be over here talking crazy when we ain't winning nothing. We've been trash. I think as we start seeing more confident Bryce and we start doing more on offense, I think you'll start seeing that emotion come out from Bryce. It's like Dave Canal just be calling anything. Yeah, I mean I think everybody in the chat, y'all digging, seeing Bryce like open up. Yeah, it does look like some of the weird screen conservative stuff to Miles that we saw last year. Yeah, no, 1,000%. Canales is not sold on Bryce. He's not. He doesn't have confidence in Bryce. And I understand why. It's not like saying that it's unwarranted. Bryce has not played well early on to give Dave Canales that confidence. But I feel like once the game starts going and you start seeing Bryce looking more confident and looking like he can make some throws, then you can open it up. Yeah, you can be timid early on, call the screens to get him his blood flowing and stuff like that and see how Bryce is operating today to feel it out. But you have to be able to make adjustments on the fly. You can't just assume that Bryce is going to be that same old conservative Bryce from week 1 and 2 when he's coming to today's game against the Saints looking pretty confident. That touchdown drive, he looked confident. Distributing the ball, being that point guard, hitting Leggett for the touchdown. Like, you have to be able to adjust on the fly. Bryce Young is not consistent. There's peaks and valleys. But when we're on the peak, don't bring him down with your play calling. Keep capitalizing on him at his high. Because he's rarely at a high. He hasn't had that many great games in his career. Capitalize on that high note. Keep going. That's how you build him up. You instill confidence from you into him, and as he builds and makes those plays, he gets confidence in himself. So, reward him for that confidence gaining. I don't understand. He has to do that on the fly. Be able to adjust on the fly. Said the fake against the Broncos ended the game. Yeah, I mean, it was honestly 28-7 or 14, whatever. Something, I don't know what the final score was. But they didn't do much in the second half. Yeah, they went conservative, but a lot of the fields were short fields from that fake and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. Said Bryce too Christian to be pulling up the white parties. Look, at least he ain't it. At least he locked in, I guess. Said Bryce is trying to reach in that old bag. Hey. Yeah, I'm cool on the 3-4, bro. Great effort today. I'm cool on the 3-4. I could do without it. I'm cool on a 3-4. Yeah, Bryce, look, it's the trust, bro. He showed that he's willing to put it out there, give guys a chance. Them trust throws. I think it was just he wasn't trusting giving guys a chance. And today he started doing it. Yeah, they didn't have their top two corners, so yeah, it's easy to be confident then, but still, the willingness to throw it. He even threw it to JT Sanders when he had linebackers and safeties on him. Appreciate you stopping by, Shane. Have a good one, bro. Take it easy. Be safe. Yeah, we can worry about Dave tomorrow, man. I'm not going to dive too deep into tomorrow. Yeah, I would love to get Robert Saleh in here for the DC. Somebody that's aggressive. Yeah, bro. Yeah, is it like, imagine the narrative. If Bryce Young has, instead of a pick, he has another 20 yards or so that puts him at 200. And then David Moore, I know he got some yards on that drive, but he throws a deep pass, what people criticized him about because his yards per attempt, to David Moore. He catches it and scores a touchdown. That's 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, probably about 225, 230 yards maybe. And that's 2 more completions, so he's 18. What is it, 18 for 26? That's almost 70%. That's a Bryce Young legacy game. The people that watch the game, you see the praise. There's some praise online for Bryce. You see the praise online. There's some praise. So if you watch the game, you can tell that Bryce handled himself well. He handled himself well. But I got to get off here, man. I think I got all the super chats. Yeah, he might have broken for it too. Who knows? But obviously, film breakdown coming this week. I'm going to Germany, so I'm traveling. So bear with me on the content later in the week. But I'm going to try to get some videos out before I leave. Stay tuned for content. I may or may not do a stream. We'll see what time I get home. I don't know. I guess it'll be 9:30 for you guys here in the morning. So if I do a stream, who knows what time it'll be. It'll be whenever I get back to the crib because I'm 6 hours ahead in Germany. So a stream this week will be weird. It'll be different. Shout out to the Coke boys and the Coke heads in the chat. Shout out to the Cocaine Cowboys. That's going to be the nickname of the hive of the duo, the Cocaine Cowboys. Shout out to the Cocaine Cowboys. Cocaine with a K. Bryce could have had 2 more picks. I saw one. That one that he threw behind. Was that Mingo early in the guy? I can't remember the other one. Was there another one? He said Challenger. Appreciate it, man. Hopefully I don't miss any flights. And customs don't get me caught up. But I got to get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. I got a vlog coming for Germany. Content coming. I'm going to try my best to get it out while I'm there. If not, I'll do it when I get back and tell you guys all about it. Much love to you guys. I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy this win. Victory Monday tomorrow. I got videos coming this week, film breakdown and stuff like that. Let's get it, man. Keep pounding everybody. Have a good week. Love y'all.